Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Idian Noel, and today I have some back to school freshman advice. As a senior, which is so cool, because when I was a freshman, seniors, like to me, were like... And now that I'm not a freshman anymore and that I'm a senior and I've been through high school and that I'm almost done, I can finally like give some real advice, like my own personal advice that I would say would carry you throughout high school and make your high school experience way more enjoyable and like stuff like that. I have 15 things on this list. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, don't be scared about high school. High school is, well, it could be the worst or the best, but I hope it is the best for you guys, and I wish everyone who's going into their freshman year the absolute best. This year's gonna be great, guys, so don't be nervous, don't worry. Here we go. Okay, so let's get started. I have my list here. Okay, so the first thing that I have on the list is keep up with hygiene and take care of yourself. I feel like the first one's very self-explanatory. Nobody wants to go to school and like have to smell people that don't really smell that good, or like talk to people that have really bad breath. So I just say make sure that you keep up with, oh my gosh, make sure you keep up with your hygiene. Brush your teeth, shower in the morning, especially if you work out in the morning, shower. If you sweat when you sleep, shower. Keep up with your hygiene, okay? Taking care of yourself. For that, I put just like, you know, feel good, look good. Have your hair the way you like it. Make sure you do your laundry so your clothes don't smell. Go to bed on time. Drink water. Eat breakfast. Like, in order to retain information, you really have to make sure you're getting enough sleep. Eat breakfast, and just take care of yourself. All of that is a part of learning, and it's a part of the upkeep of your brain and body. The next one that I have is join clubs and sports. Me personally, I never joined any clubs, but I did join sports, and honestly it helped me make like a few new friends. So by joining like clubs and sports, you actually are like opening up the door to finding people who have the same interests as you and like the same things that you do. It honestly just helps a lot, especially if you're trying to make friends. Networking if you want, but like just put yourself in social situations where it wouldn't be hard for you to socialize. Does that make sense? Going on the basketball team, like I personally was on my basketball team in my school. I can be like, oh, like when did you start playing basketball? And then boom, 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 conversation. Even your school council, anything like that is so beneficial in the long run. The next thing I have is keep an agenda or a calendar. That is so important, especially because it helps you keep organized. Me personally, I'm very organized. A lot of people tell me that comes from me having an agenda, me keeping my calendar that I have over there with everything that I have to do. It's on that calendar. I started doing a calendar agenda since I was in middle school because they just made us do it, but like it actually helps so much when you're in high school to have one. You have an assignment, write that assignment in the book. Actually having an invisible thing in front of you that you wrote, it kind of like makes you remember even more. Make sure you have an agenda, a planner, a calendar, anything like that, and it would really help. The next one I have is don't start unnecessary problems or beef with anyone. I understand sometimes you don't get along, and that's fine, that's cool, whatever. Like everyone has their reasons, but just waking up one day and you're just like, I'm gonna start some problems, is so annoying and so toxic. And like nobody wants to go to school if everyone's just constantly beefing, constantly fighting, constantly arguing, like all of that. No. And that's the same thing with like throwing shots on social media. Don't be throwing shots on social media if you know you're not gonna back it up at school, because then you're causing problems for yourself, and you don't want to do that. Try to like make your school experience as positive as possible, okay? That comes from somebody who has had like friendship fallouts, like people trying to fight me, all that type of stuff. Just try to like stay out of beef and stuff. It's just not worth it. I look crazy giving this advice with my makeup like this right now, don't I? My bad, y'all. The next thing I have is complete your homework based on importance. So I had a teacher tell me once that like it's more important to obviously get big assignments done compared to little assignments. So if you have a big assignment, right, and you have a little assignment and they're due maybe like 1-2 days apart, right, it's obvious that you're gonna want to do the small one first. But when you think about it, it's actually better to get the big one done first, because if anything, like if something pops up and you just can't get your homework done, if I don't know, your power goes out, you can't type, if something happens, at least you got the big one done, if that makes sense, you know? And a lot of the time, teachers are more lenient on the little small ones. So if you're like, oh, can I have an extension? They'll be like, sure. But like big assignments, they expect you to follow the criteria, follow the due date, all that stuff. You want to make sure that obviously you're completing all your work, because every piece of work counts, but don't overstress yourself trying to keep up with due dates if you're not doing it in like an organized fashion. My sixth advice tip is writing notes physically is actually way better than typing notes and taking pictures with your phone. I'm guilty of this, okay? Like, especially if there's like a picture. Let's say there's like a diagram, right, on the smartboard, and you can't draw it. It's gonna take way too long. Taking a picture is fine, but when there's like a whole note that you should actually be writing down, typing down, whatever, taking a picture is not gonna help you. I promise you, you're not gonna look at that picture. You're not gonna look at that picture when it comes down to it. Writing your notes out actually like help you retain knowledge better, because it's like you're seeing it, you're retaining it, and then you're like, as you're writing, you're kind of like thinking about what you're writing in your head. Retaining information is actually really easy when you're writing notes out. Typing notes, I mean, it helps some people, but honestly, writing notes is the way to go. I also have this thing that I do, especially like when I was in history class. I would come home and tell my mom what I learned that day, as if it was like some juicy piece of gossip. And then it made me like remember like, oh, this and this happened, and this and this happened, because it's like, you know, easy to remember things like that. But with that, I guess you can also try to cater to your learning style. So if you are a visual learner and class isn't helping you, like a teacher doesn't really do any visual things, go on YouTube, look up, you know, tutorials for whatever you're trying to learn, and like look at it, retain it, you know, just try to do things that further your knowledge. Don't just like go to school just to get by. Actually try to like get some information out of it. So number 7, I have headphones, and that's it. That's just have headphones. Headphones carried me through high school. I don't know what I would have done without them, especially like when I had no friends and I was super antisocial. Like headphones were like a very big protective, I don't know, like protective thing for me, I guess. It also was really comforting, because if I'm just sitting in the library, right, and I'm doing work, it's actually easier for me to focus when I have music playing instead of like just hearing all the rustle and the hustle and the bustle of like what everyone's doing. Even if you want to like watch TikToks in class, having your headphones is the way to go. Because what are you gonna do, like listen to your TikToks out loud? Like that would be a little crazy, and actually probably disruptive as well. Do my eyebrows look good? Don't lie to me, guys. Don't lie to me. The next thing I have is try to be outgoing and confident. I know this is really hard for a lot of people, me included. I actually found it really hard. Oh my gosh, I actually found it really hard to become friends with people and talk to people. And I mean, as I'm like growing now, it's obviously easier because like I stopped caring about what people think. I mean, like not fully, obviously I'm still like kind of self-aware and conscious, but it's gotten a little easier as I've, you know, become a senior now. Can't stress how important it is to be confident in yourself. Okay, I actually like my eyebrows. I think they look good. What are you thinking? Okay, I also wanted to mention about the being outgoing, and like it kind of links with the whole what's it called, joining clubs and sports, I guess. But if your school has an orientation, go to that orientation. Like when I was in 9th grade, I went to my school's orientation, and boom, off that I already had one friend. And going into that school, I guess I had one girl that I knew, but like she wasn't in any of my classes. So going to the orientation made me already have someone to sit with for lunch on the first day, and honestly I could not have been happier. I was so happy. Okay, so the next thing I have is have an emergency bag and kit. That can either be in your locker or your backpack, anything like that, but that's basically just like, make sure you have an extra underwear in your bag, make sure you have some extra pads and tampons. It's like just in case, like you never know what's gonna happen. And if you guys have watched my story time about me bleeding through my pants. That day I literally had no extra pants, no extra underwear. My mom was like, girl, are you crazy? Like, you're always supposed to have that stuff. And after that day I did have that stuff. Probably like a bunch of videos on here, like on YouTube, about emergency bags for back to school and stuff. Maybe I'll make a video about it, but my back to school emergency bag is the same one that I've always had, but there's like band-aids in there, gum in there, all that type of stuff. But yeah, okay. The next thing I have, it's number 10. It's be nice to all of your teachers and support staff. Your teachers, honestly, as much as they don't say it, they honestly will grade you based on how much they like you. Even if your work is like not complete dog, like dog poo, but like if it's not as great as it like would be, they're still gonna give you a good mark. Especially like if you're always polite, they're also like likely to be more lenient with you, you know what I mean, because they feel like they know you on like a personal level. So if you're like, oh, I really am like swamped at work this week, I have a lot of shifts, I can't complete this assignment, can I hand it in on Monday? If you're always nice, they'll probably be like, yeah, sure, no problem. But if you're always like coming in, being rude, being disruptive, you're late, all that stuff, then they're probably not gonna want to help you out there and give you that extension. Support staff is like any helpers. Like my school, we have like an academic support, being nice to the teachers in there, being nice to the custodians, just being polite and just being nice. Just be nice to people. That's basically what that one is. Next thing I have, number 11, is the guidance office is your best friend. When I first moved to my school that I go to now in grade 10, I was honestly really lost. I didn't know like what classes I wanted to take. I didn't know like what would be good for the thing I wanted to do in uni. Like I was like, what classes do I take to like put me on the right path to go to uni? Because if you don't know, a lot of the programs in uni, they have specific courses that you need to take in order to be even considered for the program. So I didn't know that until I went to guidance and they told me that, and then I ended up taking the classes, and I'm going to take the classes for my senior year this year. So I just want to say, like, if you're ever unsure about anything regarding like your future, post-secondary, anything like that, honestly, guidance office is like one of the best places. Like, they will help you out, promise. Number 12, skipping class isn't cool. I don't know who needs to tell you this, but skipping class isn't cool, okay? Maybe you skipped class in 8th grade. I don't even know if you can do that, but maybe you skipped class in 8th grade. Being undereducated, being behind, like even like graduating late because you slacked off isn't cool. And like, as much as people don't say they don't judge, people are gonna look at you and be like, bro, like that's so waste. Like, she just spent all of her days just chilling in the bathroom, doing whatever you're doing, instead of being in class. Like, even if you don't want to pay attention, just go to class, be there. Half of your mark is probably just showing up anyway. Don't be a bum and skip class. I'm being so for real. Like, don't be a bum and skip class. Like, it's not even cute at all. The next thing I have is making test reviews. Test reviews are actually so important, guys. I can't even stress this enough. Like, my teachers would always give us test reviews, but also just learning how to make your own test review is really important for university and stuff. You can't always like trust that your teacher will give you one. You have to actually learn how to do it yourself, and that's basically taking all the important topics from the unit that you learned, taking all the important points from each topic, and thinking about possible questions that they could ask on the test. The last thing I have are go to school dances and events. I never went to any of my school dances, unfortunately, and I actually kind of regret it. I feel like it's a good thing for memories, and you don't want to like look back and like hate that you didn't go, you know what I mean? But if you're a person who like absolutely dreads those things and like it gives you like riddling anxiety and all that type of stuff, don't go just because I'm saying to go. But like, for people who just are like, I just don't care about it, like that's how I was, and now I kind of regret not going. So I say you guys should give it a try and go. This is the last thing I have. Obviously, just have fun, be kind, make memories. Like, this is not the end all be all. 9th grade is so easy. 9th grade is literally your social networking grade. It's the grade where you get comfortable, you make friends, so that throughout the rest of your high school you can be comfortable and like have people that support you and have people that make you happy. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for my advice. I hope this helped you guys. My makeup is almost done. I actually did this really fast, honestly, kind of. By the way, let me know if any of my advice tips helped you guys in the comments below, because that would be so, I don't even know what the word is, like it'd just be so sweet to know that I helped somebody, or like someone like took what I said and like was actually gonna apply it in their life. So let me know, guys. I'll be right back after I dust this off and we'll do our outro. So I'll see you soon. Okay, so we are back. Hold on, let me fix this a little bit. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I think that my advice was pretty good. I would never try to lead anyone astray on purpose. Also, guys, we're literally like 6 subscribers away from 200. Are you serious? Like, that's crazy. But anyways, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.